on Instagram. This is not to flex. It's just so people can have an understanding of what's realistic.
He's the reason I'm making money on Instagram. Right. I didn't even know about it before Tyler told me.
Same as me.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back.
This is the Late Night Motor Club.
The only podcast you care about. I'm Alex.
I'm Steven.
And I'm Tyler.
Welcome back.
Today, we're myth busting.
Busting some myths.
Busting.
We're going to tell you why making money in the car scene is doable or not doable.
You've been seeing it all over the TV since you've been growing up. My eyes were closed that whole time, but you've been seeing it on TV since you were a kid. Gas Monkey Garage, Overhauling, Jesse James.
Pimp My Ride.
West Coast Customs.
Street Outlaws.
I
said the same one as last time.
People are out here building some sick cars, flipping it for a high dollar amount, making some money. They're out here betting huge wages. They're making some money. And
they're
you're
getting rich off of building sick cars.
They got
racing them out here in the streets.
Week-long turnaround times.
Right.
The thing we all hate is the dreaded falsified speed at which it takes to build a car.
Oh, yeah. The Discovery Channel building a car, car in a week.
Where they have like a group of 15 people building this car and then...
Plus another 15 off screen.
Yeah.
Right.
And then we compare it to ourselves where it's just one person. And then we're just like, I could do that. That's the expectation. That's the standard.
Yeah.
That's what it should be.
The standard is that you're going to make money. You're going to get your car. You're going to customize it. You're going to do some cool stuff that you've seen on TV. And you're going to be like, you know what? When I sell this, I'm going to make some money.
Or even take it to events and make money. Or like somehow make money like directly from sponsorships or all this stuff that they kind of show in these TV shows.
Or just being an influencer. You're going to be like, hey, I'm going to do this thing on social media. I'm going to get free parts and I'm going to get paid to do this.
Yeah. Easier said than done.
And you're wrong.
Wait, so you can't get rich quick off of cars?
Not quick.
What?
And more often than not, you're going to go in debt.
Well, more often than not quick and not rich.
Yeah, that's the reality of it. Is like I understand everybody having high hopes and being excited and wanting to get into this stuff. And you definitely still should. You definitely still should try. I'm not trying to
discourage
anybody from stopping. But the reality is for 99% of the people, it doesn't happen.
Right.
Especially not like you see on TV.
Right.
And the one thing that people, I feel like, cause this miscommunication or misperception in a way is there are a lot of people that have a shit ton of money from other things. Let's say that they're already wealthy and rich, but then they got into cars. They started buying cars, building cars, all that. So it's like, there's a perception error with that to where you're perceiving as, oh, I could do exactly how that guy did it, just being into cars, building cars and all that, when that guy went through 40 years of his life acquiring this wealth and getting rich elsewhere, completely unrelated to the automotive world.
Right. And I think a lot of people, too, the misconception gets led in a different direction because I think people see these cars and they see, like, when you build a car with genuine parts and stuff like that, it can get very expensive, and it is perceived that you're adding value to the car because if you were to buy these parts separately, they'd be really expensive. When you put it all on the car, it becomes this unique build, and people will be like, that's cool. I know people will want this. People will want these parts. In terms, the thought process is that this car is going to be more in value when you go to sell it or whatever, right? And that couldn't be more wrong. More often than not, you put all these crazy parts in it, and the car is worth less.
Yeah, most of the time.
Than what a stock car is, even if it has parts that are way higher in value.
The reason that I think is because when you're throwing parts at a car, no matter how expensive these parts are, you're putting it uniquely together based off of your personal taste and how you want to build it. And a lot of the time, that's not how other people want it.
And I think the other thing is, too, not everybody out here is Discovery Channel and got a 15-man crew or even a 2-man crew.
Exactly.
And so
or even a lift.
People's skills vary. And so even though these parts may be expensive, it doesn't mean they're put together well. So the common I think, perception of a modified car is that it's unreliable.
Mm-hmm.
And so people are like, I don't want to take the quote-unquote risk of buying this modified car because I don't know if it's going to work.
Don't know if it was beat on. Don't know how well it was put together. All like general maintenance, all that kind
it's
of
a
stuff.
risk. Like
Right.
even, for example, like myself, when looking for a car to buy, I would rather take a bone stock, like
Oh, yeah.
clean
Yeah.
car that's never been modified over a car that's like it's been effed with.
I
Right.
will say, like, it's not to say that you can't sell a car that's modified for more money. It definitely,
Can.
it does happen, and it's not like crazy rare that it happens. But typically, those people that do end up selling, even like to break even or like a little bit more, just because of how rare and hard to get some stuff is, generally you have to wait forever to sell that car and hold on to it because it takes such a specific buyer.
So-
which it happens,
Yeah.
but it's like you might be sitting on that thing for 2
The
years.
times I've seen builds get posted for sale at like let's say a starting price of 25 grand, 2 weeks go by, 20 grand,
15.
another 4 weeks go
Yeah.
by, 18 grand, and then it just
Yeah.
keeps going lower, and then they end up selling it for like 14 grand, and they bought the car stock for 14 grand.
Yeah.
Right.
It's all really just like luck of the draw who sees it. Because I remember when I went to sell my Genesis, I think that was posted for like 8 months and then randomly was bought sight unseen by a guy in the middle of the country who just had it trailered to him. And then my RC, I posted and I sold it within like 3 days.
Yeah, and I think the difference here is when you're used to watching these TV shows, you watch it because these people have a name.
Mm-hmm.
Gas Monkey Garage, Overhauling, Chip Foos, or whatever, same. But these people have a name, and you're watching that show to begin with. So their reach of people who are aware of what they do and are interested in buying anything from them just because that name is attached to it. Me being Joe Schmo, Tyler,
Yeah.
I've been on the spectrum where I've sold cars and motorcycles after I've modified them for more money.
You've been on the spectrum?
Me too, dude.
I've been on the spectrum.
too.
Okay.
Right.
Cool.
But what I got me all messed up. Yeah. The thing is that when you go to sell your modified car, right, going back to it, is that a lot of people are unaware of who you are and who built it. So the desire to get that car in general, whereas the desire that people have to go to one of those people to buy a car, they watch the TV show. They're like, I'm going to go get that.
It's backed in like a similar way as like when you think of like buying from a dealership, you're like, okay, it's got to be good because of just history, where those same shops have proven history that like even everybody has watched each process down to a certain point. Even that is like beneficial on the side of reliability and having just peace of mind as a buyer.
Right.
Well, like one example with what you're saying is, let's just take a very high level, let's say, awarded SEMA build, and then the right person sees that build and then offers a crazy amount to the person who built it and sells the car. Mm-hmm. People see that as like, oh, they built that car, cool. Somebody just offered a crazy amount of money. Why don't I just try to build a crazy car and somebody will offer? No,
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
no,
It doesn't work that way.
Definitely.
it's you're trying to fit into a 1% type of situation, and that is very difficult to do, and it takes a lot of effort, sacrifice, and commitment to get to a level where you're able to do something like that. These people that are at the level, like let's say Chip Foose or these high level builders, they've been able to make a name for themselves because of what they've been able to do, and it's recognized for that.
Right.
If it's how you're saying, a Joe Schmo doesn't have the same recognition as somebody that's been putting in this effort and credibility over the past 25 years, and you come out here 2 months into building a car and expect that.
Yeah, because you could have some regular Joe Schmo off the street buy the Chip Foose car, and he's all stoked about it because he bought it for the name, bought it for a high value. But what he can also do is go to your local car show, Cars and Coffee, and be like, oh, it was built by Chip Foose, and people are going to be like,
That's almost cooler. Yeah.
Oh shit! This guy Chip Foose built this car. That's insane. That's sick.
Exactly. Yeah.
Whereas somebody would buy my car and be like, "Hey, Tyler Cordura built this," and he's gonna be like,
Who?
It's
No offense.
Yeah, exactly.
But
exactly.
Chip Foos, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Which I think it's cool in the sense because it's like I get inspired by that, for example, where it's like I would love to get myself to a point where it's like I have my name into where it's like people Steven built that car,
right.
whatever it may be. But it's having a realistic expectation set for yourself to where you can't have that expectation to try to get that goal without knowing what you have to do to get there.
Yeah.
You have to know how much work you have to put in, how much effort, how much sacrifice is what I was going to say. People don't realize how much sacrifice actually goes into doing this type of stuff.
And by the time you get there, you don't want to sell it, dude. You got so much emotion like invested in the thing. Not even the money, not even the time. It's just like it's like a part of you. You're attached to it.
Right, and that's why I always say with my builds too is that sometimes the monetary value doesn't mean anything to me because throughout the build process, the value that you get from it is much more than anything would pay you out through the experiences and the people that you meet and everything because. To be honest, in our world, I feel like cars bring people together, especially when you have like a big thing. So,
like I told you guys a little bit ago, like if somebody came up and offered me like, let's just throw out a number, $70,000 for my GTI when it's finished, I probably wouldn't take it.
Take the money and run, Steven.
So, it's
no, I get it.
It's if it was something where my mindset was to build this and then sell it once it's finished or look to sell it when it's finished, then I would do something like that.
Yeah.
But when it's something where you do put a lot of your personal, I guess, investment into it, especially when it's kind of your first like namesake car. Like if this was like my fifth like crazy build that I built, then it would be different.
Yeah,
but
be less attached to it.
Yeah, less attached. But when it's your first, and especially with this, where it's like it's your namesake car, where this is what you're trying to put your name out with, I think it could be different.
Yeah. So I think like definitely this covers like the building to try to sell for profit. I think we should get into even like how can you make money? Is there a lot of people are making brands these days?
That's
There's influencer
so
stuff.
Can you get rich with cars? Technically, there are ways where you can make money.
There's a couple.
There are.
Yeah.
It's definitely, let's say, for the easy ways, which let's say easy way is, let's say, just creating a brand and selling shirts and stickers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's becoming saturated to the point where that's getting harder and harder to be successful with.
Very
because
diluted.
Now you have so much competition of all these influencers that I've even seen it to the point where it's like somebody has 500 followers and they're releasing merch and they expect to sell the same amount.
I will say a point that I haven't made in a long ass time because I almost forgot about it. From someone who's had a brand since they like didn't have followers, I respect the people who try to start their brand when they're small versus the people who are big, because to me I feel like that stands out as someone who like truly wants to like build this thing, and like maybe they care about the brand more than they even care about their car or whatever.
Yeah.
And then sometimes, not all the time, people who like develop their brand after popping off, let's say, kind of almost feels like a cash grab if they're like, oh shit, I have all these followers. How can I draw money from this?
Right.
Opposed to like someone who's passionately making stuff because they love it or whatever and all that kind of stuff.
I think the passion will prevail in the sense that, I mean, like if you keep at it and keep at it, it's
100%.
It's the million, it's that whole theory of the million no's before you get to the one yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so you're going to have a whole bunch of failed products and things like that don't hit.
You have to be passionate about it because it's not going to work the first 10,000 tries. You know, you got to be willing to stick it out for that 10,001. And the only people who are going to reach that distance is the people who care.
Yeah, and
that plays in part with what I said with sacrifice.
Exactly.
Yeah, 100%.
Got to be willing to take some L's.
Because even me and myself, like I've had product launches of something like I had a keychain lanyard, right? Like a jet tag.
Yeah. I remember.
Yeah.
Come on.
My first one was I just wanted to make something because it was cool, and I wanted something for my own brand per se. And when I put that out, the response that I had from it the first time, I only made 50 the first run, and it sold out in like minutes. And I was just like not even prepared or ready for that to happen. And it was crazy. And then my second time launching the same product, didn't do that.
Flat. Yeah,
it fell flat. I had it on the market for 2 months before they sold out.
I have a similar example with Typical. Like, I would say the first couple or maybe one or two, the first one or two drops that I did, especially the first one, it popped off. Yeah. Like, I was stoked. It was going good. And then it started kind of leveling off in a way towards I did drop, and let's say I thought I was going to sell like, let's say 30 shirts, and I sold 5.
Yeah. So like even when it's not working, that's going to be most of the time. You got to incorporate like a lot of the time when you start a brand or you sell anything, the first time you launch something, or the first, honestly, like 5 times you launch something, it's going to be better than anything you ever do with the exception for like growth and all that stuff. Because like your homies, your family, all that, they're gonna be like, this is such a like first time
the
big
initial
deal.
support.
Yeah, they're like
they
oh,
want to show the
exactly.
love.
But it's not, and I definitely don't blame anybody for like not everybody can buy every drop. You know?
Which,
like
shout out to the people that like support every drop.
Yeah.
Like, dude, those
are the best people.
Those are the people you got to show the support to your day ones.
Yeah.
You know?
But you can't blame people for not copping every drop.
No,
I
because
don't cop everyone's every drop, you know? It's just normal.
It's money where it's like sometimes where it's like, I don't got $50 to spend on a hoodie every 2 weeks.
Yeah, exactly. Or like if I had enough money, dude, my closet would just be unopenable.
Oh, bro.
With stuff all my homies have made, but I have to like pick and choose because I'm like, you know what? Maybe a tank of gas is kind of more worth it this week than my 73rd hoodie of the month. You know?
Right. Yeah.
But with talking about brands and then making money off of it, don't expect to make money and like consistent money off a brand right away.
Oh, never. Yeah.
Like if this is something where it's like you think that this can be like your consistent income, just starting a brand and then right away, that is not the case, and that's not the right way to go about it as well, where it's like you need to have the passion be the backing first.
Yeah.
And not rely on it being the money source.
Yeah.
Because if you rely solely on it being the money, first off, you're going to get burnt out like this.
Oh, yeah.
And then
because no money's going to be coming.
Yeah. No money's going to be coming, and you're going to be putting in this work, and you're going to be like, I'm sad because I'm not getting money from it. Instead of like,
I'm stoked because one guy bought my shirt, and that means one dude out there is walking around with something I drew on my desk.
Right.
Like, that's insane.
Yeah. That's the craziest thing. And what you're saying, the passion is going to be the number one key to success. I'm not going to say everybody out here passionate about the thing that you're doing is going to pop up, because sometimes you need to revisit the idea that you're passionate about. I'm not saying that it's not good. It needs to be worked and manipulated into something that can be successful. But the passion is going to be the thing that drives success 100%, because the guy who just does it because he cares about, guy or girl who just does it because they just really care about this, is the person who's going to just do it until it works.
And not just with like brands that like doing like a merch brand or just clothing or anything like that. If you're releasing like any type of product, like for example, my case with the wide body kit, or I have buddies that are creating like 3D printed like miscellaneous car part, like anything of that matter where it's something you're creating and putting out there, you're creating a company. It works the same way. Focus it on the passion and what you want to do, and keep putting in the effort and the love with it. The money will come as long as it's
not guaranteed.
As long as the idea is good, the work's good, the passion's good, the perseverance is good. You miss out on one or two of those things, that could be the result of failure.
Yeah. If you're objectively undeniable, time will end in success, but
I like that.
There's a lot of variables. There's a lot of variables that set you up for success, and you could be missing out on one of those things that is something where you just need to figure out and adapt to it. So,
and on top of that, as well as building cars and selling them, or starting a brand and trying to make money that way, I think another thing that people should look at, just because it's almost like passive, most of us are doing this anyways, is look into maybe figuring out what it takes to get into the creator fund on TikTok
or Instagram,
whatever the Instagram is, one that is like 1,000 times better than the one on TikTok, or YouTube money, and make like content around it. That's another viable way. I mean, look at Adam LZ, like prime example of making money from car stuff. Granted, there's like BMX, blah, 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 but it's all car stuff now.
Yeah. Which that, and then also potential brand deals where it's like, if you have a good amount of followers, you have enough reach, try to work like educate yourself first, of course. Yeah. But think about potential brand deals, working with companies and doing something like that too. So it's the opportunities are endless as long as you know what to do. And if you don't know what to do, figure out. Yeah. There's so much information out there in terms of being able to research on the internet, or so many people that you could just DM or ask questions to, just asking simple questions like, oh, how'd you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know if you guys kind of care about this. We can cut this. If not, how do you guys feel comfortable just on a social media aspect?
OnlyFans.
No. So people get an understanding, because I feel like there's a misconception. People are like, oh, he's got 30K. Steven's at 90K followers. He must be making bank off of all these brand deals and all these things. Because I'm gonna be completely open with like the social media following that I have, because I feel like mine's a bit smaller than the two of you guys. And personally, I've made money from brand deals and from my account on average, like on Instagram. This is not to flex. It's just so people can have an understanding of what's realistic.
He's the reason I'm making money on Instagram. I didn't even know about it before Tyler told me.
Same as me.
Yeah.
Consistently every single month for the past, I want to say 6 or 7 months, I've been making around $300 to $350 from Instagram, and
from just posting
posting reels. And on YouTube, I average anywhere from like $400 to $600 a month.
Yeah, that's really good.
So that's like an extra $1,000 I'm getting every single month just from social media. And the thing is you can't go in with the intention of doing it, because it takes a lot, and the stuff that you think is good may not always pop off.
Oh yeah. Well, it's always the video that you don't give a shit about that does well.
I'll give a perfect example. Like the month of May for the IG Reels program,
right?
I made $3,000.
Yeah.
This past month.
Off of how many reels?
I don't know the exact number, but like,
which one had the most legwork?
But like one reel, like it's now at like 20 million views, which is insane.
You might not be able to recreate that every month,
right?
But
that's the perfect example.
You still made the money.
Month of May did that, and then the month of June, I think it was like $600 or $500. Yeah. So it's like
it's not very steady.
It's not consistent. But think of it as something just on the side that could help benefit you into, let's say, buying this car part, because honestly, I got $3,000 this month. Oh, I could spend a little bit more on helping myself in this situation. So
honestly, the Instagram thing is unbelievable to me, just because it's like so many people are doing this anyways with no incentive. And like last month, off of I think like 5 reels, I made like $400, and then this month off of 3, just because some of them did better, made like $1,000. It's ridiculous.
See. Yeah. Sometimes you can make good. So that's like your peak, you know what I'm saying, as of right now. So there are times where you can make a lot. I've made over $1,000 before just from a single YouTube video.
I think it also depends on your content, where it's like, if you like consistently have good content that you're always posting, then it's like it could work very well in your favor. Mm-hmm. If you're kind of inconsistent to where it's like 1 month's content is very different than the past month, and it's not consistent in terms of engagement, then it's not going to be consistent with how it portrays on the view count and everything like that. So
I want to do one more segment, and I want to do sponsorships and partnership deals, like when somebody reaches out to you. On average, every partnership that I make, I'm only getting paid like $100, $200.
Oh yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, it's not much. And as far as like sponsorships go, it's definitely 100% the majority of the time just parts, and it's like discounts. It's not like they're paying you to have their wheels. It's like, I got 50-70% off the wheels.
Yeah.
You know?
When it comes to a company potentially giving you actual money, that's when it's working with a company that is on a very high corporate level of things and stuff like that. When it's dealing with even a bigger business, but like not like crazy high corporate, or it's like a wheel company.
Right. And
companies aren't going to pay you money to rock their stuff. They'll help you out on cost, or potentially give you a free set of wheels, or
whatever it may be.
Even like 30% off. But they're not going to be giving you out money and stuff
Maybe
like that.
if you're a YouTuber with like a bajillion subscribers, but even then, like
you're talking
TJ
about
and
the
all
1%.
these people, they're just getting like, I mean, granted, I don't know the details of exactly everything, but a lot of these big YouTubers are, they're just getting hooked up, and like they're in response, they promote it on the channel. They're not even getting paid, but they're getting paid in like a set of wheels.
Right. Yeah.
But I think that's a pretty good way to cover it. I mean, we talked about TV shows and how that's like a misconception of flipping cars for like crazy profit.
Or racing out here making tons of money. Like there are people out there doing it, but you're not. I promise you'll probably go to jail before you make a lot of money.
I think it's that aspect was covering a misperception of how kind of the high exposure TV scene has caused us to think that we could ultimately do it just like that.
What is a reality?
And then also getting into kind of brands and making money, and pretty much finding ways to make money in the car scene. But then also, it's a lot harder than
it's
really
doable.
looks.
It's just not probable.
Yeah.
For most.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Right.
Yeah. Or at least right now.
Yeah.
Well, with that, let's just translate right. Let's get right into this. We're gonna do another game today.
What is it?
Somebody said game?
Game.
Y'all got games?
Games.
Today's game, Price is Right. You think you know? You think you know the car scene? You think you know the value of modified cars?
Can you guess the price?
No.
Can you guess the price? And to add a little bit more to the stakes, winner gets $100.
50 from each.
0.
Yeah. To make it,
I'm gonna lose it all.
make it a little extra sweaty this week.
Extra spicy.
Yeah.
The total points that you can get from this game from one of us is 4 points because we're each going to be guessing on 2 cars. Like you're going to be guessing on 4 cars.
Oh yeah. Total.
Yeah. So each one of us can get 4 maximum. You at home, you could get 6.
Yeah.
So comment down below.
If you get 6, we owe you 200. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah.
If you beat us, don't cheat, dog. If you beat us, Alex will send you a free sticker pack.
Yeah, that's sure. That's fine. Just DM me.
DM us.
Prove it with your.
Yeah.
There's
cheating,
no
dog.
way to prove that.
Record yourself. Stop. Record yourself listening right now.
You could even do that after. Anyways,
Yeah.
Just hit me up. I'll probably send you one anyways.
Yeah.
They come free with every order, bro. Just order something. Okay, getting into the game. Who wants to go first? I think Steven, because he was bragging he had some weird stuff.
Oh, that's true. Steven was.
Go ahead, Steven. Send it to the group chat.
Let's
Dun. Getting sent. Oh, he
Oh,
always. Dude, this Okay, so the Chevelle, I think.
Okay, so quick rundown regarding the BMW
Give me the
335i. Bunch of carbon stuff on it, like carbon front lip, diffuser, trunk, KW V2 coils, T37 SLs, Michelin's, bunch of stuff there. More carbon stuff,
Damn.
charge pipes,
How many
down
miles?
pipes, intercooler, 72,000, I think.
Not bad.
Yeah.
I don't know what these sell for normally.
Me either.
But
I
I'm
was
gonna
expecting older shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna guess high. I'm gonna guess.
What are you guessing?
I want to say like just below 40 or at 40. I'm gonna say 38.
God, I hate BMWs.
Yeah.
Just don't know anything about them. 42,000.
25 grand.
Oh, this thing's a piece of shit.
Yeah. I was way over, but it's
just
fine.
kidding.
If anybody's paying like 30, 40 grand for a 335i, they're on crack.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know BMWs, bro.
That's what I'm
25
saying.
grand for this car is too much.
Yeah.
This,
I mean,
so
I didn't say I'd pay it.
so
Yeah, I just said I was,
30, 40 grand might be M3 money. This
That's
is
what I
just
was
this is just a
thinking.
I was
335i.
like, if it was M3, I feel like
But
it'd be
Okay.
with the
60.
335i, this is the 3 Series that people want because it has the N54 engine. Versus there's like 328, 325i, which those are like the base.
So this is 25 grand.
It's posted for 25 grand. Yeah.
don't act like that's a deal.
It's not
All y'all riding around acting like some big ballers.
Oh yeah.
I thought these things were expensive.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't
they're
know.
not.
No, that
Funny.
in terms of like Kelly Blue Book on the 335i, I think they're like somewhere around like 15 grand or something like that.
Standard BMW.
God,
things.
these freaking.
Okay, so
next one,
the next one,
even know less about. All right.
71 Chevy twin turbo LS3 resto mod.
Oh,
So
shit.
This thing has 780 horsepower, twin precision 76 mil turbos, full speed tech track pack suspension, full chassis redone. It's a full resto mod frame up build, full interior redone, like ground up,
full resto,
everything.
Yeah. Damn, this is gonna be a little trickier for me.
So here's what I know. I definitely do know some of and a little bit about the older car scene, and I do know their prices have been hiked way up. Like specifically, I know Mustang fastbacks are way up, and I can only assume that this has unanimously gone up across the board with older cars. And the Chevelle being an old resto mod, I'm just trying to give a rational thought as to why I'm putting this price
Let's
out.
get the price here.
I'm doing 62. And to be honest, I think maybe that might be a little low.
78.
200,000.
I got it. Let's go.
God. So do I?
Damn.
Do I
So
have one
just
point
to-
for the other one?
Just to
Holy
let you know,
shit.
like, I'm somewhat familiar with older cars of this caliber when it comes to resto mod and this type of stuff. They are selling for insane amounts, especially at Barrett-Jackson.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, when it comes to, like, old Ford pickups, Mustangs, Broncos, Chevelles, anything of that matter, when they're full resto mod builds, people are
Just pay whatever.
People are paying $250,000,
Yeah.
$300,000.
That's
Like
dumb
there's
shit.
there's
Too
Broncos, there's like old Bronco restos, like insane, that are selling for $400,000.
And what do we call these from last episode? Shop build.
Shop build.
Or maybe the episode before that.
Before I'm gonna retract the statement that I know anything about the old car scene, because I clearly don't know what I'm talking about at all. I was a couple $100,000.
I won on a technicality there. So
Yeah.
we both have 1 point.
Okay, I'll take that.
Yeah.
Right? Because you got the first one.
Yeah, but I will kind of go back to what I said first. If you go over, you bust. So technically, does that mean I can get 0, or does somebody have to win a point? Because
Nah, you got that point.
okay,
You,
I'll take
you,
that.
You
I'll
got
take
closer.
that charity point.
So
One to
yeah.
one.
No, I think
1 to
that's
1.
fair.
okay, who's up next?
Tyler.
Oh, sending into the group chat.
Doom, doom, doom.
I have 2 builds here.
Dun dun dun.
One different
Oh,
quality, different quality
Oh, bro, yeah,
than
this
the
is
other.
way different than what my picks
Which
were.
one do you want first?
Let's do the Subaru.
Let's do the Subaru first.
Hmm.
Okay.
So newer gen, bagged, camber.
All right. So the Subaru, starting off the Subaru. Okay, this vehicle, it's got 32,000 miles, okay? It's a 2019. The car's been pro-tuned by Ron Watson in Fatboy Tuning, makes 420 wheel horsepower, 360 wheel torque, has variable power maps ranging from 290 all the way up to that 420, and obviously it's got bags, wheels, etc.
This is a toughie.
I'm going to guess. What year is it?
2019, 32,000 miles.
32,000 miles.
22 grand.
Damn, that's like right where I was going to guess.
Beat you to it.
So we
say 22.5.
I was gonna say 23. I'll do 25. I'll do 30.
Answers locked in?
Yeah.
Price is freaking right. $30,000. Alex got it on the head.
Halfway to that honey, baby.
Oh my. Okay.
Okay, now let's move on to
This atrocious.
Oh no.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Oh bro.
Oh man.
All right, give us the.
All right, so this is a 2006. It's a 2006 350Z. It's got 116,000 miles. It's got a Bic Res carbon fiber steering wheel, LED dash, carbon creations spoiler, carbon fiber rims.
Yeah, those are definitely rims, to be honest. Those aren't wheels. Those are some rims.
They're 20 inches. He's got Pirelli P0s in the front and rear. He's got custom lights, custom intake, custom exhaust.
I got it.
Yeah. 7,500.
It's salvage due to robbery, not a
70
crash. He just wants to let you know.
7,500. Locked in.
It currently does not run.
Oh.
Big difference.
Okay, you need to say that first. I'm going to readjust to 5,400.
4,000.
Answers locked in?
Yeah.
Locked in.
Locked in. Okay. Hold on.
Mother.
The price for this car. I had it on a different screenshot.
Okay.
I made my screenshot. So the price for this car. You guys ready?
Yes.
$5,000.
So you were closest.
Hey.
Damn.
Staven.
All right.
Staven got it.
So I have how many points?
2.
You have 2.
I have
I have 1. He has 1.
Okay.
This is
The deal.
this is the deal breaker because you
Yeah.
can't get any more points.
Oh, damn it.
So if I get both right,
And if I get both right, ooh.
Alex needs to search for another one and we do a tiebreaker.
All right. Sending. Right.
Do 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 do.
Good luck with these.
Oh, sweet Nelly. You like your red cars, don't you?
Oh,
That was
man.
an accident.
This is hilarious.
Shout out Dylan.
Is that one a DeLorean?
You ready for the parts?
Oh, I actually saw, no, I saw that
Yeah.
thing.
Which
Yeah.
one do you want to do first?
Give me the Monster Miata.
Okay, Monster Miata. It is. First of all, this is a 1997 Mazda Mx-5. If you didn't know, convertible 2-door. Driven 180,000 miles here. We have a
Such a sales guy.
specs. Clean title.
Oh.
Ooh, 5-speed, 1.8. Torsen diff, OEM, harness bar, blah, blah, blah. 15-inch steelies, 3-inch lift kit. Wheels. You get the point. Bilstein suspension. All original interior. Soft top looks just like new.
Is it a manual?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's tough.
I know the Mazda game is like
9,500.
Oh man.
Okay.
He's going to I'm gonna go ridiculous.
There's a mirror right behind me.
Yeah. 14.
Okay.
Locked in.
Locked in.
Locked in.
The price. 7,800.
Fuck.
Cool.
All right. You ready for this?
Now the fun one.
Damn.
This atrocity.
It's not a DeLorean. I was stupid. It's a Lancia or something like that.
No, this is a special car.
So,
It's a limited. Like
It's a Lotus.
it's listed on Facebook Marketplace as a 1968 Porsche 914. That it is not. It is a 1985 Brenman Sebring 1968 Volkswagen chassis, Porsche 914 motor and transmission. This car is super rare production, blah, 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 blah. It's basically a custom car with like a shit ton of...
yeah, because the door is not a door.
29,000.
It just goes up.
65,000 original miles, runs well. This car was a show car and trailer back and forth. 4-speed manual.
It's a
29
ridiculous car. I'm gonna
Zero
put
mechanical work.
29 grand.
Okay.
Locked in.
50,000.
Are your answers locked in?
Locked in.
Locked in.
Congratulations, Stephen. It is $14,500.
Ah. I just thought it was absurd, so I
So do
put
we
an
need a
absurd
tiebreaker?
price.
Because now Stephen, both and I have two.
Oh, mother.
We rock, paper, scissors for $100 right now? We'll do it on your camera.
Or
Do it on on his camera, and we'll put your head in the bubble on the side.
Yeah, that's fine.
we cut for a split second. Tyler picks a car. Deal breaker.
Sending.
Oh, brother.
3 pictures have entered into the group chat.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, hello.
This is a 1995 Lexus SC 400.
Good
So
shit.
much to say about this car. You break necks.
Don't
you
say
get
much.
loads of compliments.
So this is tough because Alex knows these cars more than I do in terms of value.
You'd be surprised, but
I don't know
Okay.
anything.
any big mods other
Okay,
than what we see
it's got
here?
246,000 miles.
Yikes.
He's had the stator done.
Is it manual?
Oh, he spelled Stater?
Yeah, he spelled stator.
Sick. Okay. What is
And
the
all this other
title
stuff.
on the article?
It's clean. It's not a 2J.
Not a 2J.
It's a
Okay.
V8. Okay.
But he's
90,
replaced everything.
9,700.
You're saying 97?
9,700 locked in.
Okay. I'm going to say 12.5.
Answer's locked in.
Yes,
Locked
sir.
in.
This is your second time to
This is all for $100.
Locked in.
$100. Big hundy on the line. Alex at 12,000?
12.5.
12.5. And Steven at
9,700.
9,700.
Thanks for all the marbles.
The price is $9,000. Big Hyundai. Alex had it. Let it slip away.
See, I just like...
Steven can now finish his
I
SEMA
can finish my SEMA build. What do you know?
I just like Lexuses so much that I overvalued it, you know.
Oh,
Classic mistake.
So typical.
Typical.
All right. Well, congratulations.
This time
Tyler
he wasn't...
will be Venmoing you, and we should just start a GoFundMe so the fans can pay for it next time.
Yeah, because I don't want to give this guy any more money.
Yeah.
And you know what was stupid? I lost so fast.
Yeah. Anyways.
This can't keep happening. This is the second game I've won in a row. Come on, guys.
Did you win the last one?
Yeah, he did win the last one. Somebody at home, please
come
DM
on.
us saying that you
Let's go.
You knew this. You knew these.
So just finished up the game. Hope you guys liked it. We're going to move into the late night call-outs now. So who wants to go first?
I'll go first since I actually have one this week. My call-out is going to be homie of mine, Tex WRX, or Tex_WRX. He has the, I believe Steven called it a stink eye STI. Did not know they were called that, but it is one of my favorite STIs because it's a hatch, full Varus, just full like race car style, even though it's bagged. It is kind of a show car, but is definitely more than capable of being tracked. It's full cage, just Alcantara and carbon fiber on every single millimeter of this car. Like we joke about it with him that he is a psychopath. He will search for like 6 months to find carbon door handle inlays. And that's like, I don't know.
That's insane.
Wild.
The level of craftsmanship with his build, like actually,
it's
this.
perfect.
This is the difference where it's like it looks good on Instagram and photos, but then you look at it up close.
It looks better
in person.
yeah.
It's awesome.
He's the type of dude where like if there is a tiny little teensy weensy rock chip, he's gonna be like, all right, spray the whole door. Like we gotta get rid of that immediately.
That's crazy. And this car is just so clean. Like it's just.
It's my favorite generation of Subaru. In my
Feels
opinion.
very timeless. Definitely gives me a little bit of that little like Canadian Night Runner vibe, which I love. I don't know if he was going for that or not, but it's obviously just very well done, extremely appropriate, and
it's
like
great.
it.
It's great.
And he's a super cool dude too.
Yeah, he's super nice. He's I forget what he does for work, but it's something that's like extremely impressive. He's a very smart guy. So some sort of engineer of some sorts.
Yeah.
Anyways, who wants to go next?
I'll go.
Hit me with it.
So my call out, I am calling out Alex Nelson. His Instagram name is Gallivantori, I think. So he has a M Coupe, so pretty much clown shoe.
Yeah. It's funny. I've always been interested in these cars, like oddly out of the
I
BMWs.
love them.
Yeah,
I love them. They're just super unique, shape-wise and everything, and it's a clown shoe. But the stuff he's doing to this car is absolutely insane. So he took a E92 M3 and kind of grafted it into this M Coupe. And so that's what you see engine-wise on it. He stripped it down. He is a engineer, so he has the smarts when it comes to designing. The level of craftsmanship with this car is insane, where it's like he is designing this car and building it himself as well. He is underway on a push-rod suspension for the rear suspension. But, yeah, just everything about this, he's designing it, he's building it virtually as well, given that he's an engineer. So all the CAD work on this car and then transferring that CAD work into reality, it's so cool to watch.
Insane on the back end as far as like the design work and stuff he's doing.
The whole
crazy.
The whole push rod suspension thing on this is like actually just
and the cool thing is it's not just like, oh, I'm going to make it look cool. He's an engineer.
Yeah.
Like, he's making it function
properly. Yeah.
And then
scrape and go nowhere. Way better.
And then he does stuff where it's like he has a large format 3D printer as well. So I always love seeing his progress in terms of whatever he's printing, whatever he's making. anything of that matter. So definitely check him out and keep up to date on kind of the M Coupe build and everything he does.
That's a good one. You don't see too many clown shoes.
Definitely. Yeah. And like I said before, I just always have liked those because they were odd, and I don't know. They
the prices of those have gone up.
Oh, I bet.
Insane.
Those are like pretty rare now.
Yeah. Even just like not the M Coupe, just the regular Z3 coupes. Mm-hmm. Even those are like you can't find anything less for like $15,000.
Makes sense.
That's nuts.
Anyways,
so
going to Tyler.
My call out for this week, and I'm gonna butcher this guy's name, so I'm not even gonna try it. It's Andrew, and he's got this S13. It's a red S13. He is a paint, body, and collision guy. So all of his body lines on this S13 are just ridiculously good. And the craziest thing is this guy actively drifts this car. One of my favorite things about this is he literally drives it, balls to the walls, drifts it, right? And then keeps the bodywork pristine like this. Not only that, the wing on the back, bro, is a freaking drag race, like huge
the
drag wing.
That's a cool vibe.
But it looks like it kind of fits it really well. I just think this is a super clean S13. You don't really see S13s super clean like this. And then when they do drift, they're usually kind of a piece because they've been crashed. Yeah. And this guy just fixes it.
The body is
so straight.
Really clean on this car, especially with the paint and everything. So
his body work is just insane.
It's fairly common seeing kind of drift cars where it's beat up, good old drift stitch, zip ties and all that. So seeing this to where the properness with the build in terms of everything is on the right way and it's well kept, and if any damage does unfold onto the car, it's not like he's just gonna leave it and that's what it is. He wants to uphold the quality aspect of the build too. So that's
is that a FD diffuser?
Dude, yeah,
he's got a lot of wild vents going on.
Yeah, he's got a lot of wild vents, and they're just so well placed, and it kind of looks like an FD diffuser. Yeah. What I was also going to say is he has a great, talking about what Steven said, well kept in the sense of like if there is any damage, he's going to fix it. He has an insane reel of the side of this quarter panel crushed, and he fixes it not by doing Bondo and cutting it, by metal working this thing back out and making a perfectly good panel again.
The right way.
So it's pretty sick.
Nice. Hell yeah. Super clean.
Yeah. So shout out.
All right on.
I think this is a good, productive episode. Hopefully, we tried to make this one slightly shorter. Let us know if maybe you'd like a 35 to 40 minute episode as opposed to like an hour plus.
Right.
Let us know what you like, because it's at the end of the day, you guys are the ones watching and listening. If you guys would rather prefer, let's say, an hour or 35 minutes, whatever kind of floats your boat.
Yeah, and let us know how you feel about the topic. We wanted to give you guys some insights of, provide some value to you guys, not just talk some random things that are happening in the car scene or in the car community, just like what it's really like being in here and all the different facets of the car community and providing.
If you guys have ideas on topics,
please comment down below. We would love
share.
To see
down to here if you guys have any cool ideas. But other than that,
if you guys are messing with this,
subscribe,
like it,
give us a follow, share some love.
Hopefully I'll have a new mic stand by next episode.
Peace.